Hey, it's Christina, aka Profresh, and it's another video. I'm just curious why all these trucks today's not the day, guys. I genuinely didn't know how to address it because I hadn't processed it fully. Kind of about why Profresh died. There was a big one, and I've only recently unpacked it. Became this question about my size and where I fit in, how I was going to style myself. So let's just back up a little bit. So when I started Profresh Style, I was anywhere between a size 27, 28, between a 4 and a 6. And I never really understood that I was small since I was maybe 7. I've always thought that I was a bigger person. I thought my bone structure was really big. My ribs stuck out further than like my non-existent boobs at the time, and then eventually my boobs at the time. And I just felt bigger. Since I was young, I've had this like divot between my belly button and my vagine, and it's always been this like dip. Even if I thought I was thin, I always had this like extra little. For a very long time, I thought I was big, but I was a size 6. On a size 6 on any given day. And the mentality that I had at a vintage shop, and at the time, you know, I could walk into it and put on anything, any blazer or dress or sweater, and it would fit. And I never thought that like that's a privilege to be able to walk in anywhere and fit something, even though I thought that I was too big. I could walk into, at the time, Wet Sale, Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, and like wear whatever. I could put on anything and feel like I was being my most stylish self. And I'm sure a lot of you straight size can understand this, but you throw on something and it's just like, all right, we adjust, we add little tweaks, and we're out the door. I moved to LA when I was 19, and I worked at a clothing store as a stylist, and I had bought my first pair of like really expensive like jean shorts. And I moved to New York, I think when I was 24. So I was wearing these like for many years. So these are the shorts. I don't know if you can see it. A nice size 27. I've held on to these shorts all these years to be able to fit into them at some point. I'm so much bigger than what I was before. I'm definitely not a size 6. And I had gotten into a relationship, as most of you know, and you get comfortable. I really started to feel like I couldn't be my most stylish self. Anything I put on, I felt like could see every roll or every lump or every like situation that wasn't quite fitting right. And I just didn't like how I looked in clothes. I had no idea how to like style this body. It was that I didn't want to style it. Like I felt like this is not my body. This is not what I look like. And so we actually get to the size where now I don't know how to dress it, and I couldn't continue the blog, but that also meant that I just stopped being stylish. The things that were going on in my mind, other than I felt like just so not me. I just felt like, how could I continue Profresh Style when I don't have any style? This is, again, my brain. I'm just wondering why you guys are loud. Freaking wondering. When I started the blog, 27, between a 4 and a 6. I'm now a size 32, 34, 10 to 12. And I can't just walk into Zara anymore and like find something my size. I find that I'm like online shopping for most of my stuff. Because I'm this new size, I like oversize myself so that you can't see all the extra lumps and bumps. And I noticed that all that's doing is making me look bigger, which therefore when I'm looking at pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so big now. When really all I'm doing is hiding myself. I was being very insecure, trying to hide everything. When I wake up today, when I wake up every day, this is my size as it fluctuates. I really started to just accept this is my freaking body. It happened on my 31st birthday. I like wore a bathing suit crop top and like high-waisted jeans. And I knew that like my rolls and bumps and lumps and everything was out. And for some reason I just said, you know what, today we're not gonna worry about that. And I felt really good. I felt like, why can't I just show up as me? You know, I've got like my big girls here and my skinny girls here, and I'm like somewhere in between. And I felt like this is exactly what it is. Like I'm this in-between size. And I know so many people who are an in-between size. And so why can't I represent style for this size? Why can't I show what it looks like to be this size now and to share that with you all? And the self-acceptance thing, I think I had to really work through, and so I did. since my birthday, I really worked on trying to like about crop tops and like things that would help me get out of my head about this body that I've been holding on to for years. Maybe I could go back to a size 6, but maybe I don't want to. Maybe I really enjoy the fact that I've got these curves. It obviously comes with a belly, and what's wrong with having a belly? And I think it's just allowing the acceptance to take place, and also knowing so much of America in particular is between a 12 and a 14 or a 12 and a 16. So why can't I represent this like in between size? I think it's just I didn't know how to be a person in this size representing me. The thought process of I am way too fat to be here, I'm not what they look like, I'm already not college educated, all the deficits of myself came forward. And I think this question came up about, am I fat? A friend of mine made it really clear to me the other day. She was like, it's like you're not skinny and you're not fat. You're just this like in between size. That helped me with identity. I clearly wasn't fitting in with like a straight size community as a content creator. I also felt like I couldn't fit in with like the plus size community. And I feel like there's so many people out there that have that constant influx of like this in between lane. It started to dawn on me that like there weren't enough representation of like what this looks like, not on a broad scale. Why can't I do that for my own little platform? I think the question of am I fat really comes to surface because it's not that I'm fat. Because I don't think that I'm fat, but I know that there are days where that is exactly the sentiments I'm feeling when I wake up. I think in my mind, I thought, well, this will go away at some point. I'm hustling in the gym, I'm eating right, like whatever. At some point this will go away and Profresh style can come back. This was my mentality, that I'll get back to my smaller size and I can wear whatever I want and I can go into any store that I want and do all these things and feel fine. Except for the fact that like that's not reality today. So I cannot wait for some future thing to happen when this is my body today. I love playing with clothes. I love playing with different styles and different personalities in my style. And I just, because I'm not skinny and I'm not fat, I want to acknowledge that like I'm just here, Christina, in this body, a nice size 12. And before I never felt like I have a home, but this is my actual home. Not only the home in my body, but the home on this platform to share with you about this in-between sort of size, and that I can sympathize walking into a retail store and not feeling like walk into Nordstrom's and they're like PBP area. I can't fit anything. So anyway, I just wanted to share that now that I have this home, I want to share with you. I have a place in this world, and maybe you're out there and you're like, yo, I can't even, maybe you like gain a ton of weight from stress or life or work or a breakup. You're just wanting so desperately to be back to your old self. I want to sympathize with you. I get where you're coming from. I was there for years trying to hide this body. I just want to encourage you to step out, try something, even if it's a little crop top or maybe a skirt with a slit, or find things about yourself that you really love. Like I love my legs a lot. I think my legs are really great. I've got really thick thighs and nice calves and small ankles. So I love my legs. So for me, that's like a part that I want to accentuate. I feel like if you just wake up and you realize that like this is your body today, and if you waste one more day in bed sad about what you look like, whether it's your body or your hair or your face or your acne or your chest pimples or your back knee, or you got hair on your nipples or your belly button's an outie, girl, boy, you know, that's just your body. And I spent years trying to hide who I was, and it makes me so sad. Me thinking I'm fat, therefore I'm not worthy, yet I would never look at my friends and say that to them because I know for a fact that they're worthy. That boggles my brain that I thought less of myself than I did anyone else. And if you're like, I can't find anything on my body that I love, know that you wake up and you've got people around you that love you. So whether you're funny as hell, or you're a really good storyteller, or you're a great listener, all those things are so important. And I encourage you just to show up, get out of bed, and just try. I think it's also important too to know that you're not a category. I think for me, I was trying, especially as like this business professional, I was trying to figure out, well, what category am I? Like, what would brands classify me as? Am I plus size? Would I go on a plus size retreat? No. You know, am I straight size? Like, would I partner with Revolve? Never. And I think it was really important for me to accept that I'm not a category. I'm Christina. The brand I created is Profresh. So anyone who comes to me is partnered with me because they like me. Anything I pitch myself for, it's because I'm me and I know that I fulfill a need. And the same goes for you, whether you're a content creator or you're just a woman out there in Madison, Wisconsin, just trying to get her shit together and do life. I'm with you, I see you, you're, nope, 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 good girl. I'm with you, I see you. You are not a category, I'm not a category, we're just us. The question, am I fat? Nah, man. Am I skinny? Nah, man. I'm just Christina. All right, guys, go get coffee on your lunch break. Go call someone and tell them how much you care. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.